New roadmap we got today, let's talk about it as fast as we can. First, they go and say that actually, even though people are thinking that we have fewer developers working in Guild Wars 2, it's actually the opposite. They're getting even more people to work in the game, and they're very focused into keeping the game better and putting a lot of resources in it so we get more content. Second, they're focusing a lot of these developments into making the game a bit better in terms of what we actually have, and not only new content but also fixing the content that we already have, fixing rewards, fixing stuff in the core game, and not only the core non-expansion thing but also in the expansions and Living World, and making everything be better. And this applies for balance, War vs World, PvP, dungeons, fractals, everything, right? And they also go and tell us and show us that they actually made a lot of things this way, right? All of these things they did in the last year, even though we didn't get a lot of new content, they fixed a lot of things and made a lot of progress in this regard. They also say that they're gonna work on remaking some old code, optimizing our development tools, so they can go in and do even more content in an easier way. They also talk about the next expansion not having really elite specializations, but something else that they haven't really talked to us about, but they can't reveal. But according to them, the theory crafters are going to be very busy, so that makes me think weapons, maybe new traits, some changes to your playstyle that will be significant, but not elite specializations. Good change in my opinion. Elite specializations were maybe a little bit too much to develop. They also talk about the future of expansions, and Delve of course being a part of it, which people didn't really enjoy it too much, but also they were saying, well, look, we didn't really have a lot of time to develop this because we did Steam and the Season 1 while doing these things just for VOD, so it was, it was not that much content because really it wasn't that much. But with the future, with the next expansion and the things that come out of that one, they're very excited about that because that's going to be a lot of content, a lot of interesting maps and stuff like this. Balance match tomorrow, pre-Pog, Reaper's gonna pump, let's go. New content on May 23rd, the new part of the map, the tunnel, right? And actually they talk about not only the tunnel, the new part of the map being able to be explorable and doing another meta there, but actually after the meta you'll be able to re-go to the same map and have different events that are gonna change, because now that you have defeated all the void, things are gonna change in the map and you'll be able to do other things. Also, there will be even more events happening in the other zones from EOD. Apparently, the Oni are gonna appear in Saturn Province, New Canning City, Diego Balls, I don't know, in Ronzand, but they're gonna appear in here. There's gonna be new events and new adventures like Griffin adventures, Skiff adventures, stuff like this. So we have a lot more content to play, even if the map is only gonna be Delve. We're also gonna get other stuff in other maps, which I think is very, very nice. It's almost like Living World, pretty cool. Also, it will have a new weapon set and new armor that you can collect. Fractal also comes down with the normal version first, and then CM after a few more weeks and another release. And apparently it's gonna be like Songqua. It seems like they're gonna have like an option to be explorable, so people can play that. But if you really wanna just go hard and just farm it in the hardest mode, you can probably do that too by skipping the dialogue and skipping the story and skipping a lot of the explorable thing, which seems like a good idea. Also adding visual filtering. That way you don't have to see all of the fucking effects of everyone else. You can just see, if you want, just yours. Pretty good for the performance, pretty good for your eyes. Also, more World rewards coming. Skimmers claim tickets and the emblems of the Avenger will be able to be used into something else, so keep them at it. Keep them in your bags. Also, World Lords will drop an infusion. You can also get this by an achievement in World, but you can also sell it by just the good luck of being dropped by a lord. Big balance changes in terms of philosophy. Apparently they want to free up some space from utilities that provide alacrity or quickness, so you can put them instead into something that you actually want for that encounter. Pretty cool idea. They're also gonna get quickness support Deadeye and damage builds for Druid and Tempest. They're also gonna focus on making weapons that are not very viable actually viable, like Sword on Ranger. And for the last thing, they want to remove cooldown reduction traits or stuff like this that are really not that impactful and you can change because they're so good that you have to keep them, and making them baselines so you can actually choose in between other things, other traits, depending on the situation. Pretty cool change. They also want to do a new core game updates to getting even more rewards in the game. Actually pretty cool. They want to do something, they haven't told us what, but they wanted to make some other type of system that gives you rewards by doing the core game. Maybe some sort of season achievements where you have to do certain metas every 3 months, or certain type of content every 3 months that you will get rewarded if you do all of this in a certain period of time, like the Season of Dragons. That would be pretty cool. I would love that. They will also start removing code from DX9 in the game to actually replace it with DX11 and get some more performance updates, optimizations, and making some development tools for their developers so they can pump up content way harder and way easier. War vs. World is also getting a new beta for the World Reconstructing, and eventually this quarter they're gonna get World vs. World Alliances beta, which actually will appear and we'll be able to see how the alliances are going. And for the last thing, and most important thing, the new expansion, a little bit of a teaser, not that much, but apparently they're already working on the thing that comes next to the expansion, so they're probably really heavy in development, and I think it's pretty reasonable to expect the new expansion to come out this year, later on the year, maybe November, maybe October, maybe December, but this year nonetheless. Pretty cool message from the team, and it makes me be very excited about the rest about the game and what comes after. People are being very scared about the future of the game, and maybe Ana didn't care about the game anymore, but with all this news, it seems like they really are investing a lot in this game. Pretty cool. See you guys around, subscribe to the channel, bye bye.